completely backward government.
I see. So I want to focus on you and how we can change your situation, because I believe, if you empower yourself, then you can have power to share. But first we have to get your life in order, in this brief session. See what we can do during this session, and maybe you want later
so just basically getting my passion back, engaging in that sector somehow or another. I really don't know at this point in time, how I'm going to do it, because a lot of the kids are not going to school.
But this is a temporary thing.
With the Department of Education, all kinds of things like that.
But Melissa, this is a temporary thing. I mean, the lockdown over your plan, whichever plan you make, you need to make for even after the lockdown, because it's not going to be so bad in 2-3 months. We have to see the light. Right. We have to make plans for the future. I mean, so your field will go back to what it was, but probably with even some technical improvement now. Maybe people start generating new ideas like applications or, technologically enhanced ways, still promoting the arts and the spirit that you want to do. So where, I would like to help you what would you like to work on? Your frustration, overcoming the frustration so that you can be in a better place? Or
yes.
Because that's
from what I've learned,
right.
My in some personal development things, my two big things, the one is frustration, the other one is anger.
I see. Okay. Okay.
Those are things that always come up.
So that's great that you know what you want. We have a clear mandate what to work with. We have to kind of choose frustration. I would like to go to a specific scene in your life, a recent scene where you have felt frustration. A recent scene that might be, I'm in my bed, it's 2 a.m. and I can't sleep because I'm thinking of this and this is making me upset. Or it might be a situation where you met with some, government administrator and they were mean to you. Which scenario would you like to work on as a seed, as something that we can transfer into the rest of our life here? Which was the last scene that either you were crying or you were very angry? There was some, physically you could feel it. Let's put it this way.
I would say it would be, just kind of, because at the moment where I am at is I almost feel like I can't even get out of the situation. It's like I've kind of gotten to a space where I'm saying to myself, it just goes on and on and on. It just never ends. And like I don't know how to get out of it, because I've got a very good imagination.
Yeah.
I can imagine what I want.
Yeah.
But it's like time and time again, I just come up against this wall that says, how are you going to get there? I don't know how I'm going to get there. Because look at all the things that are in front, all the barriers that are there. How am I going to get, through these barriers? Or what is the first step to take to just, get out of this situation so that I can then from there on go forward?
Okay, look, I'm sure I can help you right now. So we're going to follow the 3-step method, my 3-step method, the 3 golden principles, Ethos, Pathos, and Logos. I don't know, it wasn't necessary, but did you have a chance to read a little the PDF, or have you seen any of my videos where I show the 3-step system? Have you?
I've looked at some of it, yes,
right.
A little bit, yes.
Right.
I know what Ethos, Pathos, and Logos mean.
Okay, so you know my method a little, so I will guide you through it. We're just going to take the thoughts that are keeping you up at night. I would say that in your case, they're kind of ongoing thoughts, right?
Yes,
they're ongoing.
Like failing, like being a failure, not
failing. You're stuck.
your purpose in life.
Right. So, and how does it feel when you feel that you're not manifesting your purpose? How does it make you feel physically? And what are the thoughts that are going through your head?
Well, I mean, it basically drains my energy if I'm thinking on that level.
Okay,
Because
exactly.
I understand that I shouldn't, it needs to be thinking on another level, and I need to engage.
All right, don't go
on
there
another
yet. We'll
level,
do
not
that
thinking
together. We will do that together. But first, I want to put under the microscope. So, there are times during the day, perhaps late at night, that you have these reoccurring, almost compulsive thoughts. They're compulsive because you can't stop them. They just
exactly.
go around in the same thing. And what is the narrative? Is it like, I'm not doing what I should be, I'm not helping others, what are the words?
Yes,
What is the
those are
narrative?
exactly, like I'm not able to help other people because of where I am. And also, I'm not fulfilling my purpose.
I'm not fulfilling my
using my
purpose.
potential as a person. I don't know how to actually do it.
Right. And
I mean,
what
I know how
about
to do it, but it's like I'm like. I
and
don't
what
know how to
about
do it.
your thoughts? Like, do you have thoughts about the future? What is the narrative about the future? Like, it's never going to happen, it's never going to change. What kind of thoughts do you have there?
Yes, it is in a sense. Yes, it is like that. It's like what I'm often thinking is, because of the situation in this country, I'm thinking, how am I actually going to realize my dreams if there's no leadership, there's no going forward. There's just like a consistent backwards movement in terms of development. There's a squashing of new ideas. There's like an absolute no entertainment of entrepreneurship, and it's like I'm one person on my own. So like, obviously I need to engage with other people that are, also being entrepreneurs and going forward. But it's like there's like a massive change that needs to happen, not just inside myself, but also in what's happening in this country.
Okay, here we're going to do a little time out, okay? I want you to understand that we are going to be focusing, as the Stoics say, there's two things. There's things you can control and things you cannot control. This is the Stoic philosophy. It's called the dichotomy of control. There are certain things like the weather or like the specific government that you can't change single-handedly. You cannot affect that except through your vote, except for going to protest or sit-ins, which I encourage to engage in politics on the citizen level. You have to decide what are the things that I can change and what are the things I cannot change single-handedly. And at this moment, I would say, let's focus on the thing we can change, which is our thoughts, our beliefs, our feelings, and our actions. We can also take certain actions. The first thing, we're going to focus on to empower you is we have to start focusing on this narrative that's going on in your mind, okay? So now I need you to just take 2 minutes to type into the comments, type in the 3 main sentences of that narrative. The 3, you mention a lot. You say, I'm afraid I'm not fulfilling my purpose. I'm not able to help people. This government is very destructive and corrupt. I would say those sentences come up. So if you don't mind, just type that in, because we are now pinpointing the sentences that's causing you misery. Write it out or type it out into the little comments below. Do you see the little messenger chat? The little chat box at the bottom. If you move right, you just type in this thought or this belief, because this is the belief that is causing you anxiety and frustration. Again, I'll repeat it for you if I'm not mistaken. You said, I'm not able to fulfill my purpose. this government is corrupt, and I, you know, add whatever you know, any sentence that's part of that belief system that you have right now.
Yes, I have, yes.
Okay. So as long as you have it, it's for your record. It's for your record. Because when you think this thought, how does it make you feel physically? When you believe this thought is true. Watch this. When you believe that this thought is true, how does it make you feel?
It takes away my personal power.
Takes away. You feel empty. You feel drained, right?
Yes, I feel as, you know, I feel powerless.
Exactly. Excellent. Let's take this thought, please, now on a deeper level. Okay? On a deeper level. What is the real fear? What is the real fear? You know, Aristotle, the Greek philosopher, he said that there's basically all fears reduced to 5 fears. He said, the fear of dying, the fear of being left alone and poor, the feel of being lonely. This is a major fear for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And the fear of being sick. I think yours is the 5th one, the fear of not fulfilling your life purpose. That it causes some people anxiety. Not all people. Some people just fear getting sick or being old or poor.
Yes.
For some people who've taken care of their basic needs, they're not so afraid of that. They're afraid that they're here, they're living their life, and it's going kind of wasted. That seems to resonate with you, right, Melissa?
Yes, it does, Alkistis.
It resonates with me too, by the way. I totally feel that. That's my main issue.
Well, you are fulfilling your purpose.
Well, you know, with all difficulties, with many obstacles, but
it is.
I think what I want to help you do is see this fear that you have, that we sometimes crops up in our mind. We want to pass it through the three filters of the Alkistis Method. Okay, we want to pass it through the 3 filters. Because like Socrates, the Greek philosopher, he said, I question my thoughts. We need to question the lies we tell ourselves, Melissa. We need to question, because these lies we tell ourselves make us miserable, make us frustrated, and cost us on a health level, on our well-being. Yes. So the first test is the test of ethos. Is it true? Is it really true that you have not fulfilled any of your life purpose? Haven't you had so many creative years? Haven't you helped people along the way? Is it really that true that, you know, I haven't fulfilled my life purpose? Could we really be honest? Or is it less true? Like 1 out of 100, how true is it? How true is that statement? I'm not fulfilling my life purpose. I'll never be able to continue to contribute in the way that I want, which is your main fear. Is it really true if we're being honest with ourselves? Or are we dramatizing? Or are we generalizing? I see you nodding.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Tell me a little about 1 out of 100. If you say that I'm dramatizing, maybe it's not 100% true, that statement. So
No, I think it's more, you know, it's because I mean, if I do look back over my life, I would say I have contributed, you know, to people's lives. And I mean, when I was involved with the arts, I did start up a new project to supply the schools with those books and skill sets and everything. It was like a new project. Nobody's ever done it. You know, we ran it for the time that it ran. And it
how many thousands of
value.
Exactly. How many thousands of students received value from your actions already?
No, that's true. Yes, yes.
Yes.
But I mean, it's obviously not enough. It's like
I understand that. I understand that. Yes, I understand that. But we must look at things from above. As Plato, the philosopher Plato said, you have to have the view from above. You have to look at things in their whole entity and acknowledge, as you have just done, that hang on a minute, I have contributed more than a lot of people. I have contributed to changing lives to thousands of students already. I believe that when you appreciate yourself and what you've done so far in your life, your anxiety and your tension can reduce itself because it's a sense of gratitude, of appreciation, you know. This may be just a moment to appreciate my life purpose has been fulfilled to a great degree. Okay, I can do more, but I have already made a difference. I have touched some lives, so I'm not that useful. My existence, I'm not that useless. My existence, your existence, has already, you have fulfilled a big part of your life purpose too. Now, that's not saying that we can't do more, but this, for example, is a statement that is less absolutist. It's not like, oh my God, I'm not fulfilling my life purpose. My life is a crap, you know. You say, wait a minute. How do you feel about it? You acknowledge that?
No, it makes a lot more sense, you know, than rather hitting yourself with a whip and saying, hey, like, what have you done? You've already done anything. Please get on with it. Like, try to find a way of getting on.
Yes, let's take a moment to acknowledge. I think it's so nice to comfort ourselves and to say, you know, I've made a difference so far. Let me see if the universe, if God, if nature, however you want to say, if life can give me more opportunities, I make myself available. But let me celebrate my impact so far. Okay.
Yes.
So this way, the statement, my life purpose is not being fulfilled, we acknowledge that it's a lie. It's a mean, it's kind of like a mean thing you keep telling yourself.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's only, it's eating yourself up, and it's maybe say 10% true, 20% true maximum, because the rest of the 80% you have fulfilled a lot of your life purpose. So let us start reducing the intensity of the drama and the victimization, because you have had tools in your hands. You have been empowered and you've done a lot.
Yes.
So you are not weak in any way, and we don't need to dramatize. So that's the first filter, coming and accepting what is the truth. What is, if we have integrity and ethos, we acknowledge that sometimes we lie to ourselves and we irritate ourselves, which brings us to the second filter, the filter of pathos. Pathos has to do with passion, empathy. And the question here is it kind? When you make these statements about yourself, I'm not fulfilling my life purpose, I'll never be given another chance, this government is going to block me. Is that a kind thing you're saying to yourself? Is it a kind thing to do to yourself?
No, it's not. No.
It's not very kind.
Definitely not. No.
It's almost like degrading, denigrating, chastising. It's like, I don't know, perhaps you had a strict father or mother.
I did have a strict upbringing. You're quite right.
And sometimes we take on this way of thinking.
Yeah.
So here with Pathos, we cultivate self-love, empathy, self-comforting, comforting yourself and appreciating yourself, and just saying, wow, I've really done a lot, and I know that I can do more. I can do more, and I will have the power to do more. Those are more loving thoughts towards yourself.
Yes.
So It doesn't, we need to transform that on that level, on the empathy. Now the third filter here says, does it have logic when you say these things to yourself? Is there the logos? Logos has to do with, is it useful? That's the question. Is it useful when you keep repeating these sentences to yourself, this narrative? Is it useful?
No, it's not useful, because eventually it starts impacting, on even on your body and on, how you hold yourself.
Your energy.
Like that.
The energy drops. So it's kind of self-abusive. It's of no use. It's really of no use. So the thought that you had, this inner narrative, this deeper fear, this core belief, was not true, not kind, and not useful. So what do we do with such a thing? It's like taking toxic drinks. We don't want toxic drinks, right? We don't want any bad habits. We don't want to abuse alcohol, cigarettes, drugs, but also toxic thinking. We don't want to be doing that anymore to ourselves, Melissa. So let's take these statements and come up with a new program that can be running in our mind. A new program. What would be a healthy program? 3 sentences, 1 or 2 or 3 sentences that you can begin to we will edit the statement. Let's edit the statements. Or you can change it completely too. You can flip it on its head. And and come up with, I have lived my purpose and will continue to be living my purpose, and the ways will show itself, and I am grateful for what I've been given so far, and I'm grateful for the blessings and the opportunities of the future. Something along this line. Let's type in again. Let's work with typing in a new affirmation, or writing the new program that is more truthful, more kind, and more useful to you. So let's give it a shot. Let's conjure up a new belief.
Okay, it's like, there's one that I always go back to, but it's like I drop it oftentimes. It's like, the universe is friendly towards your plans. And I've got unlimited potential.
How about I like that universe thing. You tie it in, the universe. I've heard this nice one saying that you have to live your life with the feeling that the universe is conspiring for your development, your growth, and your flourishing. You have to go.
That's great.
Whether or not it's actually considering you, which I personally believe that there is a connection between our thoughts and the universal logos. I believe that there is a consciousness. So I believe definitely that our thoughts and our feelings attract certain things. So I would kind of recommend this statement for you. The universe is conspiring for my growth, evolution, and fulfillment, my happiness, however you want to name it.
That's a good one, yes.
I like to use this.
I felt like I've been forgotten in many ways by the universe.
Right. And indeed, we have shown that it is you who have been contributing to forgetting yourself.
Yes, that's
You've
true.
been feeding yourself some lies, okay? Well-intended. I know you've been abusing yourself by repeating these compulsive narratives that are not useful for you.
Yes.
So I believe that now we have to make a switch with your way of thinking. And when these thoughts crop up, these limiting beliefs, you have to use it. You have to first observe it. Mindfulness, above all. In Greek, we call that prosophi. In Greece, this is the word for mind. You're mindful of the narrative in your mind, the constant stream of thoughts.
Yes.
You become vigilant, aware. You capture this thought when it comes up, and you flip it to the new belief, the new narrative, which is?
The universe conspires to fulfill my needs and
for my fulfillment, not to fulfill all your needs. It is conspiring. The universe is conspiring, even if it looks like something is bad. Even if it looks like it's against me, exactly. There's actually, it's here to teach, so I can learn and grow and thrive. The universe is conspiring so that I can learn and grow and contribute. Now, you have to add one more word there. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that the universe is conspiring. I'm grateful. Why do I say I'm grateful? First of all, just that state of gratitude shifts your mood. It shifts your mood. When you're grateful, you can't be miserable at the same time. It doesn't go. You can't be angry and grateful at the same time. We can't be fearful and grateful at the same time. So you say, I'm grateful that the universe is conspiring for my growth, for my learning, and for me to fulfill my purpose. Even if I don't understand it, it's a bit of a mystery. It works in, the universe is working in a mysterious ways. This is what do we mean mysterious ways? It means that sometimes a blessing is actually a curse, and a curse is actually turns out to be a blessing. And we have to be constantly flowing and using our imagination, raising the level and say, how is this problem an opportunity? It must be an opportunity. Why? Because the universe is conspiring for my growth. You see? These are the types of narratives we need to start feeding ourselves. Now, will things change dramatically? First of all, they will, because you will start to feel different. If you're repeating these things to yourself, you will be a more peaceful, fulfilled person. And what happens when you're in this state? You get ideas. You know that because you're an expert on creativity.
That's right.
You're an expert on creativity. I'm preaching to the choir.
You're right.
When you're in this relaxed state, when you're in this self-comforting, self-pampering, loving state, you attract ideas, you attract cool people into your life who can help you. Hell, you even penetrate the government. You can penetrate these blocks that you're finding in this corrupt government because they're people. People are people. When you change, that's right. If you change your frequency to hate, frustration, and you enter. Let's go back to pathos a bit. The issue of pathos. Pathos has to do with compassion and kindness.
Yeah.
I would like to believe that not all people in that government are corrupt and toxic. I believe that they are functioning due to fear and having been hurt. There's hurt and fear.
That's true, yes.
Right.
Yes.
So when they feel, if you can take a moment to enter their shoes for a moment, to be in their position, don't you think they're frightened people?
Yes, they are, yes.
They're frightened.
They're just scared of what's going to happen to them.
Exactly.
If they don't play the game like they're supposed to play the game.
Exactly. But here is where a person who has love and compassion and understanding can win over these people. And can win over these
powerful.
people.
Hey, that's powerful what you're saying now.
Right. So when you're in your pathos, when you're in compassion, and you're asking yourself, is this kind what I'm doing right now? Is this kind the thoughts I'm having against this person, who after all is a frightened person? Perhaps more frightened than me, than you.
Yes.
If you begin to exercise thoughts that are more truthful, more kind, and more useful, ethos, pathos, logos, I believe your energy will transform into one that you will find the crack in the wall. Okay, you will find that. You say you were mentioning this wall. This wall, all walls have a crack.
Distrust and all kinds of negative things that are going in there, instead of, as you say, thinking about the person where they are,
right,
and then engaging in a more compassionate manner.
Yes, and finding the commonalities. Okay, you say you want the good for the children, your children. We want the good for the children. How can we help the children together? Okay, let's give them the best possible school program or arts program. Like, try to just enter that. So let's go back to our thought. What thought are we going to be repeating to ourselves? I am grateful. I am grateful.
Yes.
That
I'm grateful for
that the universe,
what I have, and for the universe supporting me and having a plan for me and opening doors for me, and
as it has shown me, as it has already shown me in the past, as I have lived in the past, moments of fulfillment, moments of creativity. This is the universe just wants that for me too. I mean, I am in a friendly universe. The universe is friendly towards me. Don't think about other people. We're talking about you. For all you know, you may be the chosen one. For all we know. I don't want you to look at and say, oh, but other people. We're not occupying. I'm talking about you in particular, Melissa.
Yes.
You may have a mission right now. And missions are not easy. You know that. A hero without obstacles is not a hero. So it's part of the game. It's part of this story. Dude, a hero Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman without the bad guys is not going to be Wonder Woman.
It doesn't exist.
She's going to be knitting and watching soap operas, right? She's got it.
Jason and the Golden Fleece.
Yeah, Jason and you need obstacles. This is bring it on. We say bring it on, universe. I don't understand what you mean, but I know that there's a reason for this, and it's working for my thriving, my fulfillment, my learning, my happiness in the end. So this is the kind of new program you can start to repeat to yourself at least 4 times a day. I do a timeout 4 times a day. Just close my eyes, repeat my affirmation. If you prefer, you can also use my guided meditation. The guided meditations that I have on my website. You can download, you can listen to the guided meditation, which is where we are deeply relaxed. We go into alpha or theta mode, where your subconscious is open to this affirmation, this new way of thinking. It's easier to reprogram. It goes deeper. So I could work. You may want to work with the hypnotherapy guided meditations. That works on a very deep level. But otherwise, you need to get that phrase out, this new narrative. Put it on your mirror, repeat it to yourself, but especially practice it when you feel that adrenaline again, or that depression. When you feel yourself getting down, You say time out, new program. New program is overriding. And this may seem artificial to you in the beginning. Like, what? Rewriting? But I'm telling you, it's a habit. The scientists tell us, the neuroscientists. It takes.
I've seen, because I've been doing some research in that area.
Right.
No, I mean, because I've been I need to help myself. I need to, get out of it. So I've been looking at all kinds of different methodologies.
Right.
And, polyvagal theory and working with your cellular memories, all kinds of stuff like that.
Yes. Well, I'm telling you, it works. The stuff works. There's no magic guru. There's no magic teacher, okay? You may be inspired by some gurus, but you need to do that self-awareness and constant tending to the weeds in the garden.
Yes.
It's like a gardener. We are constant, right? You know that you like gardening. Pulling out you know about gardening.
Yeah, I've got a garden, yes.
You do, of course. South Africa, what else?
Yeah.
You're living a night. Right, so you know that the weeds will grow again.
Yes.
And
you
you're
have to
like,
consistently watch them and pull them out.
This is what we're doing with our thoughts. So I think you're really on the right track. You're really on the right track, Melissa. After all, I'm just reminding you of what you already know. That's clear.
I really appreciate what you taught me this afternoon, and
I appreciate you.
Like a completely different light on in being stuck, because that was like the whole thing. And then what you were speaking about, those three different things of ethos, pathos, logos.
Right. Those questions. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it useful? I filter my thoughts like I filter my water.
We also have to filter our water,
Right. I'm happy to see you laugh again. Well, that's wonderful, Melissa. I loved connecting with you. I have just two things I want to offer to you. Firstly, when you can, I'll send you, if you can write me a little testimonial, like the positive effects. When you're feeling inspired, I'll send you the little form on your email, just to fill out that form. Say,
I'll certainly do that.
What you liked, basically the positive thing. And and just to say I'm available for one-to-one coaching eventually when we get this ball started. We can, anytime you need a little, like a topper-upper, a refresher course, you know my programs are online. Otherwise, I've thoroughly...
I must say, this interaction has actually been very powerful, because whilst you were speaking, I immediately understood and sensed what you were saying to me, and it already started bringing about like a bit of a shift there.
Right. I'm happy to hear that. I feel the shift too, and I think it works mutually. Like when I feel release, I feel that we're both releasing, we're both shifting. It's together. We're not really disconnected in my view of the universe. I feel you as like an extension, like we're somehow connected in the cyber quantum field, whatever. So because I know that I feel relieved, I know that you feel relieved too. It's cool. We're healing each other.
Yes.
We're freeing each other.
Well, thank you so much. I'm hoping to visit the island of Lesbos one day.
Why not? This year, they're clean. Everyone's been vaccinated here on those little islands.
Unfortunately, we are very slow in this country. We basically, I think, almost on the lowest level, of vaccination, on 0.36 or something. And I mean, Israel is on 60% of vaccination, which is like a very small country. But, because of this government, everything is very tardy. And we basically, in terms of travel, the most banned country in the world.
Really? You'll find the way. Why? You'll find the way. Because...
I'll find it, yes.
The universe is conspiring. This is your new belief.
Yes.
It looks weird. The government looks weird. These people are this is that. That's just a physical reality. Behind this, it's the universe trying to help me to thrive, help me to grow, help me become better, help me help others. And
Yes.
there you go. There you go. You just aligned ourselves once again. Let's just be grateful. Let's take a moment. Let's be grateful.
Yes.
Let's take a deep
Yes,
breath.
you're right. Yes.
We take a deep, deep breath. And we just feel in our heart the gratitude of growth and learning. Let's just get out of our own way. Free the space. There we go.
Thank you.
Thank you for the blessing. Thank you. Take care.
You.
Lots of love.
Thank you.
Bye.
You too.